All right, let's get right to it. Today, we're putting two heavyweights of the cleaning world into the ring for a title fight. In one corner, you've got the people's champion, the one everyone knows. And in the other, a high-tech challenger that's packing some serious power. This is the ultimate showdown, Bissell Little Green versus the Shark StainStriker.
You know, the choice between these two is about more than just cleaning. It's really a question of what you value. Are you the type who goes for the tried-and-true workhorse, the one that's been a staple in homes for years? Or are you drawn to the latest, greatest technology that promises to do things in a whole new way? It really is the old reliable versus the new powerhouse.
So let's meet our contenders properly. In the green corner, we have the Bissell Little Green. We're calling it the People's Champion for a reason. This is that classic machine you've probably seen everywhere. It's dependable, super easy to use, and it just works. And in the other corner, we've got the Shark StainStriker, our high-tech challenger, bringing some really advanced chemistry and slick engineering to this fight.
Okay, ding ding. Round one is all about the tail of the tape. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty and see how these two actually stack up on paper. Think of it as the official weigh-in before the main event.
And right out of the gate, you can see the big difference, the main trade-off. Just look at those highlighted numbers. The Bissell absolutely crushes it with a massive 48-ounce tank. But then, look at the Shark. It's a little bit lighter, sure, but the key thing is that higher suction power. And this right here is going to be the central theme of our comparison. Do you want more capacity? Or do you want more power?
Let's really zero in on Bissell's biggest strength. That 48-ounce or 1.4-liter tank is a massive deal in the real world. What it means is you can tackle a big job, like a whole flight of stairs or a big couch, without having to constantly stop, run to the sink, empty the dirty water, and refill the clean. It's a huge, huge convenience.
But on the flip side, Shark's advantage is just raw, brute force. See, higher suction isn't just about pulling the stain out better. It's also about pulling more of the water out of your carpet or upholstery, and that means things are going to dry way, way faster. So you can get back to using your couch or walking on your rug much sooner. That's a pretty big win. All right, on to round two. Here, we're going to look past the basic stats and get into the signature moves. These are the unique technologies, the special features that each of these brands is really betting on to win you over.
Bissell's whole strategy is just straightforward, simple effectiveness. There are no complicated dials or modes. You just fill it up and you go. But its real secret weapon, its ace in the hole, is a brilliant little maintenance feature that solves one of the biggest problems with these kinds of cleaners.
And here it is, the Hydro Rinse self-cleaning tool. So when you're done cleaning, you just pop this on, turn the machine on, and it flushes clean water all the way through the hose. Now, why does that matter? Because it's what stops that nasty, musty, moldy smell from building up inside the hose over time. It's such a simple idea, but honestly, it's genius.
Okay, now for Shark's big, flashy move. They make a really, really bold claim, and it's all summed up by this one number, 20x. They are literally claiming that their system has 20 times more stain-striking power. So, how on earth do they do that? Well, it all comes down to their Multiplier technology. See, unlike the Bissell, where you just mix a single cleaning solution with water, the Shark actually keeps two different formulas totally separate. They only mix together right as they're being sprayed onto the stain. This creates an instant chemical reaction. It's kind of like a little science experiment happening right on your carpet. The oxygen gets released and just starts attacking and dissolving the stain on contact. It's some seriously high-tech stuff for a spot cleaner.
So specs and marketing claims are one thing, but what actually happens when these machines get out into the real world, into real homes? For round three, let's listen to the voice of the crowd. Let's hear what actual users have to say about them.
And here's a totally classic Bissell review. It's exactly what we saw in the specs, right? People just love the simple convenience of that big water tank. You get this sense that it's just a reliable tool. It's not flashy, but you can count on it to get the job done without a whole lot of hassle. It really is that dependable old friend. But of course, here's the other side of the Bissell story. That standard suction power means that for those really tough set-in stains, you might find yourself going over the same spot again and again. And yeah, that 4-foot hose can feel kind of short when you're trying to reach an awkward spot in the car or get behind the sofa. Now, let's hear from someone on Team Shark. This is the kind of review that really makes you pay attention. It seems that claim of superior power isn't just talk.
Users are actually reporting that it removes stains that other cleaners, including their old Bissell, just couldn't handle. That's a pretty powerful endorsement. But, and this is a big but, here's the Shark's Achilles heel. That smaller tank is a genuine source of frustration for people trying to do bigger jobs. And maybe even more importantly, there's the long-term cost. To get that 20x power, you have to buy their special 2-part cleaning formula, which is definitely more expensive and locks you into their system. So, after 3 intense rounds, it is time for the judge's decision. But here's the thing. In this fight, the judge is you. There really isn't a single knockout winner for everybody. The right choice is going to come down to what you, personally, care about most.
So let's lay out the final verdict. It's pretty clear. If you value everyday practicality, if you want something that's easy to use and has a long track record of just being reliable, then the Bissell Little Green is your champion, no question. But if you're facing down some truly epic stains and you need the absolute maximum cleaning power that modern technology can give you, then the Shark StainStriker is the clear winner in that category.
Let's just boil this all down to a final takeaway. You should choose the Bissell if you want that bigger tank, you like simple operation, and you want the freedom to use cheaper cleaning solutions down the road. You should choose the Shark if your #1 priority is just obliterating the toughest stains, getting your stuff dry fast, and killing deep-set odors. Ultimately, the trade-off here is a classic one. It's convenience versus raw performance.
And that brings us to the final question we want to leave you with. When you think about it all, the price to buy it, the long-term cost of the cleaning formulas, and the actual cleaning power, which one of these truly comes out on top as the price versus performance champion for your home? Is it the reliable veteran or the powerful newcomer? That choice is yours.